Hello there, everyone. And I had been doing a number of different eBay orders with purchasing various different Thomas Wood and Railway items that I had never gotten, as well as a few Thomas Wood items as well. And considering that there are a number of items that are coming at one time, I figured that I could probably do a couple of unboxing videos, or much rather after unboxing videos, because what I'm going to show has already been unboxed. I've already taken everything that I'm going to show off in this video out of the box, and I'm going to show it off and give my personal review and thoughts about each item. Alright, first off, we have, right here, we have Ada, Jane, and Mabel. Now, Ada, Jane, and Mabel are very old and very rare characters in the Thomas Wood and Railway line. These characters were released, I think that they were released in 1997. They happen to be very rare on eBay. Like, you could get them for like $50, $60 or so. I got these, I think, a little between $30 and $40 on an auction. I was also watching a couple of other Buy It Now Ada, Jane, and Mabel. But I went with the auction because I felt that it would be a good deal. Probably not the best deal that I could have done, but it's what I did. Okay, so these characters were never featured in the TV series. They were only featured in the Railway series, and they didn't really have any speaking roles as far as I know. In fact, there also should be a character called Cora, who is a guards van, and she is not included in this bunch. She did appear in the Railway series, but never in the TV series. But if you got one of those custom or unpainted wagons, you could probably paint your own custom Cora, which I may do at some point. I don't really have any plans on doing that. But anyway, each of these characters is actually made up mostly of plastic with, wooden chassis. They don't have the names underneath them because this was before the characters started having the names be printed underneath them. But what they do have is the names on their back. Now, I don't think that they actually had their names on their back in the Railway series. There was never any illustration that showed this, and I don't think that this is supposed to be canon by any means, but they do each have their names on the back. I guess this was pretty much the first step in giving the characters different names, or putting them on, on the character, so kids would know who is who. And they all have different facial expressions, like Ada right here is given this smiley look, and she is looking to her left. And then Jane has this more serious or just eager or ready to go sort of face, like she is determined to do a good job at her work. And then Mabel here, she is looking up in the sky and is like in awe right here. Now, these are characters that work on the Skarloey Railway. There are actually a couple of markings on them, a couple of black markings from the previous sellers, or the previous owners' use, and they also have a couple of paint chips, but I think that can easily be fixed with a black Sharpie's marker. The markings can easily be taken care of if you have some sort of eraser to get them all off, which I may take care of at some point in time. Now, I've noticed that the magnets actually feel kind of weak, and that's understandable considering how old they're supposed to be. Like, coming from 1997, that is certainly quite a long time for these coaches. So I got these because I figured that when I do a, like a couple of train sets, do a series, I may use them for the narrow gauge railway, since there weren't very many coaches released for the narrow gauge railway, if any at all. And I just thought that these would be nice to have for that layout. Alright, so I'm going to take them out now and show you what I got from another seller. This is a video showing off items that I got from 2 different sellers, and that one seller sold me Ada, Jane, and Mabel. But now I'm going to show you what this other seller has sold to me. Alright, so this other seller has sold to me 4 different items. He is first, well, here we have Den, a character that I did not have, and Dart, another character that I did not have, and Porter, who is another character that I did not have. And I also got this carrying case. And I'll get these characters out of the way, and I'll look over them individually in a moment. Right, so this right here is a carrying case. The side that you are looking at right now is the specific reason why I got this, because I had figured that I could get this sort of shed to work out as the the sort of building shown at Brendam Docks. As you can see, it says Brendam Bay, so I figured that this could work out for Brendam Docks. And there is track inside. You can actually connect some track into, or connect them right here. And there is actual track inside of the building. So you can add this to your layouts, which I plan on doing. And then there's also this section right here. And if you have, well, the shed also came with these 2 flat pieces, which I think are supposed to be used to put down some track at, so you can have some upper track going right there. Now I'm going to show you the other side, which surprised me when I got this out of the box. Alright, so here we go. Dun, 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 dun. That's my sort of drum roll sound. Alright, so here we go. Dun, 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 dun. That's what it looks like on the other side. And this certainly surprised me very much. I mean, I was not expecting it to have 2 different printings on both sides. I thought it was just going to be one thing. But this just surprised me when I got this out of the box. So anyway, here's the other flat piece that you connect right here, so you can put track right above it. It appears that this is supposed to look like some sort of a mining sort of thing. Like you can have you can interpret this as an engine mine. But that probably would not make sense for you to have the engine go into a mine and then end up at Brendam Docks. I mean, that totally would not make any sense at all, would it? I mean, I have seen some similar things like this online, but I just never expected this to be something. Now, of course, on the side, there is, like, nothing. It's blank on the side. There's just 2 sides that you can use this thing with. And I just find that to be pretty cool. Now getting on to the engines that I've gotten. First we are taking a look at Den, who is one of the diesels that works at the Sodor Diesel Works. And he is quite a good character, quite a good diesel when it comes to repairing other diesels. He certainly is quite smart and about his work. And as you can see, he has the Sodor Diesel Works logo on his side. Hold on a moment. Sorry about that. But anyway, the Sodor Diesel Works logo on either one of his sides. And he is painted in an orange and gray color. Then we have Dart, his apprentice, his helper diesel, and Dart is painted in a dark red and yellow color, and he also has the Sodor Diesel Works logo on his side. He's actually much shorter in the TV series, but in the wooden railway model, he's shown to be the same length as Den. I really do not get that. Just exaggerating his length right there. But yeah, Dart is also a pretty nice character to really help out Den when it comes to fixing diesels. There was the episode Den and Dart, which was not their debut episode. They debuted in Day of the Diesels, but there was an episode called Den and Dart, which basically was just about Den and Dart having to spend the day separate because they had never been separated before. And that was when Mavis had to get repaired at the Diesel Works, and Sir Topham Hatt needed an engine to work at the quarry while Mavis was being fixed, and he sent Den to do the work. And Den did enjoy working at the quarry during his time there, but he was happy to go back to the Diesel Works once Mavis had been repaired and she had come back. You know, just goes to show that sometimes having a change of pace is not so bad, which is a lesson that Den and Dart learned. Now getting on to the next character. Here is Porter. He is a dockside tank engine who was introduced in Away from the Sea in the 17th season. And Porter is this sort of olive-ish color, kind of a grayish green with some yellow patterns. And he happens to have 3 funnels, which in the episode he said that the center one is his actual funnel, while the outer 2 are his sandboxes. And Salty was worried that Porter was going to replace him over at the docks, but in the end, they actually were working together. You see, in the episode, Salty needed some repairs, and he was worried that he was going to be replaced when Sir Topham Hatt brought Porter in to work at the docks. And as it turned out, Porter was doing such a good job, and Sir Topham Hatt let both Porter and Salty continue working at the docks together. So that is what has just arrived today. I am expecting some more during the next week. So I will be sure to make videos showing off those. There are a couple of things I have not even shown off yet that I got off of eBay. But if I end up getting a huge lot in the mail like this one, I think it may be worth doing a video on, you know, just to show what I am getting. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.